Happy Friday, everyone. Great to be back. As always, we like to cover some interesting topics, and one of the things we cover on our website is EasyTrim. EasyTrim is a solution for chain link fence. We've been working with EasyTrim now for, I don't know, coming on 3, 4, 5 years, something like that. So what's EasyTrim? At the bottom of your chain link fence, you'll have obviously the fabric, as they call it, that is, protruding in these triangles, as it were, that down in onto the ground. And sometimes, depending on the fabric that you've ordered, they can get quite sharp at the bottom. We've had customers who are concerned that their pets, who like to dig under their fence, their backs get all scratched up and marred because of the chain link fence. Or people are concerned that their children will put their hands under the fence, and when they pull back their hand, now they're getting all scratched up. And that happens certainly in regular homes, but it also happens at children's daycare centers and things like that. And I know the EasyTrim has been a real good solution to inhibit those types of pieces of damage, whether that's to animals or to humans. It's worked out great. The reason why we brought it on board is because it serves to protect the bottom of the fabric from becoming intermingled with the grass and weeds and the rest of it that are growing along your property. That does two things. One, it looks ugly. And two, when you try to use your weed whacker or trimmer, whether you're a landscaper or a homeowner, your filaments get destroyed. So you go through a lot of extra filament because all you're doing is the filament is trying to get in and out of those triangles, as it were, to get to your grass. With this sitting at the bottom, it now allows the fabric to live in here, and you have a clean edge where you can trim. And if somebody's trying to get underneath, they're no longer getting hurt. So it really does a great job. Some people have actually even put it on top of the chain link for the same effect. They're worried about people getting damaged, especially in a baseball field or something like that, where they may be resting their neck on the fence. That would be a good solution. But that's not common, but we've seen that as well. So how does it work? Well, basically, it comes in 4-foot segments. This is not a 4-foot segment, but that's how it comes in 4-foot segments. The reason why we do that is for shipping costs. If you have 8-foot segments, it's just too expensive. We don't want that to be an inhibiting reason not to buy the product. So 4-foot segments. You'll also notice at the bottom there is channels. Those little channels are to relieve water. So if it's raining, the rain will come right through and drop onto the ground. You're not going to end up with a channel full of water that's going to allow for rust. The second reason, therefore, are for these stainless steel springs. These springs are how you attach it to the fabric. So you put the spring through the hole, the channel at the bottom, and then the top spring pulls up and just locks on to one of the triangles here in the mesh in your fabric. And now that holds it in place. You can put a couple per segment, and that's how you hold them. So install, you don't need really any tools. You might want to get a pair of pliers if your fingers are not manly. And then you also get this little extruded channel so that between segments. So now this would fit in here. You'll see how, and now that covers the joint. So that those two 4-foot segments become 8-foot segments, and so on and so forth. So that really dresses that up and will continue to go down your entire fence. One of the questions we had from the readers is a couple of things. There's actually 2 questions there. But will it work if there's a bottom rail running from post to post? And that bottom rail holds the fabric with wire. Depending on how far it's extended, the answer is yes or no. The answer is always yes if you're willing to go through the trouble of pulling off those wires and putting them back on again, which I don't think you want to. It's a lot of work. If that bottom rail is here and the fabric is right tight to it here, it's probably not going to work for you. If the fabric runs below that by the height distance here of about 3 inches, then you'll be fine. The other thing is if there's a post here, if there's a post, can you get around it? Yeah, of course you can get behind it, or you can just terminate at the post and start on the other side of it. So it's a great solution for you if you have a chain link fence. We've had customers using it now for years without any issues. It really works well. You can find it at fencearmor.com under the Postguard section under chain link. And there you'll find the EasyTrim product. And we sell it, I believe, in 2 kits. It'll tell you that the 12 pack is, I don't know, 48 feet and the 24 pack is 96 feet, something like that. Calculate how many linear feet of fence that you have that you want protected, and just divide that number up into the number of feet you got, and you're good to go. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you joining us today. It was a real pleasure. Fence Armor continues to grow, and it's really thankful to you. Your liking and subscribing our channel apparently helps. Our company dog appreciates it. Thank you again. Please like and subscribe. Good to see you. Look forward to seeing you next Friday.